What is happening? Welcome to another pitcher video breakdown. My name is Nick Pollack, and today we're going to talk about Dylan Cease. Why? Because the last three starts, he's had a slider. I mean, that's it. That's what you're going to see a lot in this one. It's really nice that the fastball and the curveball have come through a little bit as well. But when we saw peak Dylan Cease last year, it was because that slider was just so consistent at going right down here on both lefties and righties and having a ton of success, while fastballs are kind of hanging out and curveballs are getting some strikes, and that's really it. That's it. When he was having his failures, sliders were down here. They weren't getting strikes. This game, you got strikes, you got success. Well, let's watch it. This is the sixth inning. So cool. That's free real estate. 79 miles per hour on the curveball. That's where you want free real estate to be. That is a early in the count breaking ball inside the zone that will get you a strike. Do not throw this over here. That is where you don't get free real estate. This is the do not step on my lawn section of the zone. Anywhere else can be free real estate, just not down here. As you can even see here, first pitch swinging. That might have been good for Moniak and wasn't. So now he tries to go fastball up on my 93 is actually kind of low for Cease. Something to note there. And he goes for more free real estate, and that's dangerous at 79. That's in the wheelhouse of Moniak. Also 1-1. I think he got away with that one, and Moniak almost made that work. But now that you see that aggression, you throw that slider down and in again. I mean, that's just the bread and butter, right? And he didn't get deep enough. That is inside when good job that Moniak was able to keep pulling in with his hands. But you want this a little bit deeper and kind of more over the plate, I think, than this. I mean, you could go here. That's fine. But if you do it here, you are definitely going to get that swing strike. Being this high allows the foul ball. I'd try it again and just go a little bit farther down. Let's see what we get. Oh, so that's something new from Cease that we saw a lot in this game, was he has this changeup that is 20 miles per hour slower than his fastball. It's like the butterfly changeup almost of Anibal Sanchez. Look at this. It feels like it's taking so long. Imagine this is going to be like the fastball away, and it just never gets there. Oh, man. And Moniak has no idea that this fastball is going to show up. Or sorry, that this changeup is going to show up. It feels like, oh, you just went a slider down and it's the fastball away again. And no, that's beautiful. I 1-2 to have that as well as another weapon for Cease. That's insane. So there's some free real estate to Mike Trout. And keep in mind, Mike Trout this game had a unfortunate first at bat where he should have walked and he didn't because it was terrible calls. Then got called out on strikes in the second at bat on a slider that was not a strike away. So Trout is really like, okay, I got to get this time. I got to do something. So there's a curveball for a strike. Free real estate. Love to see that. What are you going to do now? There's that slider, and that's kind of the pitch I thought that he was going to throw to Moniak that he should have done in the 1-2 count that Moniak fouled off, right? That's more like it, where it's falling down straight here and not really staying above the knees. You want to be underneath the knees. But Trout wasn't aggressive, was ready for that. Oh, but that time he's expecting a fastball and he gets beat on it, right? And that's an interesting thing too, because you see a pitch thrown and a batter does one thing. I often talk about like, okay, that means they're on this, so you switch. But sometimes batters, different counts, they change what they expect. He says, look, I just showed him that I didn't swing at that slider. I'm not going to get another one. Cease goes back to it and gets the swing. I love it. Oh, but Trout didn't go around. They're calling that a no swing. I'm shocked. Honestly, that looked like a swing to me. All right. So 2-1, and you can see the aggression there from Trout. Trout's thinking 2-1 fastball at this point. So I don't know what you throw at this point if you're Cease, because this feels like a fastball count. You just missed twice with sliders. Trout did not go for them. Did not go fishing. The changeup kind of feels fun. I don't know. This is a very tense pitch here at 2-1. Oh, man. So, right, that's what you expect is a fastball. And Trout just couldn't do it. Honestly, I feel like that is a showcase not of Cease, but of Mike Trout. I really do think that this pitch summarizes the struggles that Mike Trout is having this year. The situation, it's a 2-1 count. First pitch was a first pitch curveball for a strike, and the next two were sliders that Trout was able to resist out of the zone. Cease isn't going to throw a changeup here. He doesn't love his curveball in this. He just missed with two sliders. This is a very, very obvious fastball count at 2-1, and this is what happens. Trout doesn't catch up to it. And Trout used to destroy that. That is the pitch that Trout would just absolutely punish every single time. And to see him whiff on it, this is a real good showcase of why Trout is struggling at the moment. And there's another fastball in 97, and that's a strikeout. So seeing that Trout wasn't able to catch up at 2-1 in a very obvious fastball count means, okay, I'm going to go back to it again. And, yep, there you go. Sometimes you just got to lean into what they're showing you, right? Shohei Ohtani hit a slider in the previous at-bat that was down and in because that's what Ohtani does. He just hits these ridiculous sliders off the plate inside for home runs like no one else does. And we put out a tweet of it today. If you check that out on our Twitter at Pitcher List, of course. Now he goes back inside with a fastball. I think this is supposed to be up. Let's see. This is supposed to be. It's supposed to be away. Ohtani does not expect this pitch. No one really expects Cease to throw a fastball down and in here. I think Ohtani's also looking for an off-speed pitch, and to see that is just absolutely shocking. No one was trying to do it. There was never the intention, and you get the first pitch strike, great. And kind of seeing Ohtani's reaction to the fear of it showcase, I think, that he's not looking for heat. So they're going back with another heat, 96. And by the way, it was 93 in the previous one, or a little bit, but then we've seen now the velocity come back up, which is cool. That's not free real estate. He didn't execute. What is this, changeup? Oh, what was that noise? Did he hit someone in the dugout? 97 down and away, and that's a very defensive swing from Ohtani. A little weird to see that, considering you don't need to be defensive here. I'm going to watch this one more time. Oh, Ohtani is shouting to get out of the way because I don't want to hurt anyone. Oh, my gosh. I love him. That's interesting. I think he's maybe trying to get down the line and realizes it's a little bit too late to do so. And that's fine. So that really does tell you, though, if you're Cease, he's very much behind the fastball still. He's waiting for that secondary pitch. I wouldn't give him one. I would give him another fastball. Yeah, good. And now Ohtani's on that. Okay, now it's like, all right, you're respecting that one. Cool. I would honestly try and do a changeup away. He does either a slider or a curveball away there. I think that's the curve. It might be the slider. 84 is really tough. That's like right at the barrier of the two. It's like 87 for the slider and then like 80 for the curve. Let's just see one more time. Is that a big enough hump? It's probably the slider. Yeah, that's the slider that's supposed to be down, and he just missed that one. So you can see the glove there saying get it down. So it's probably another slider. Yeah, got him. Beautiful. And actually really got that down. Also didn't get it here. And there's a big distinction here because Cease normally throws that slider here. But because Ohtani hit that for a home run, he made sure that he got this one middle and down. And that's why this one worked. I love to see this from Cease. I mean, the slider command is much better than it used to be. You still saw some things of the fastball not really being like the best commanded pitch. That's always going to be there, I think, with Cease. But if he does execute it, it actually is a really good stuff pitch. So when he executes it, it does well. And that slider is just so vicious. So I'm believing in Cease now. It's 3 straight starts of that slider being really good. I hope it continues. And that changeup, if that changeup is actually a part of that arsenal now, I mean, he could have done it here in this count. I'm surprised he kind of didn't. But yeah, there's something legit in that if that becomes a consistent offering as well. All right, that is it for today. Make sure you leave a comment about who you want to watch next. But that is it. So my name is Nick Pollack, and may your BABIPs be low and your strikeouts high.